Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Okay. So, in last class I have said that high inference behaviors like the clarity, course organization, perceived outcome on instruction, simulation of interest and encouragement of the questions and discussion, which is very important. Now, what do you mean by clarity? It is a very important question, because people will say your presentation clarity is not good. What do you mean by clarity? What kinds of things I should practice so that the clarity of my teaching is increases. So, if I brought down the clarity in lower attributes, which is called low inference behavior, or I can say lower attributes, then I can define, okay, if those parameters are very high, those attributes are very high, that means clarity is increases. If those parameters are low, that means clarity are decreases. If those parameters are not affected clarity that much, so I have to know that. So, there is a lot of study on it, and if you find there is a teaching behavior inventory TBI, 8 item teaching behavior inventory about the clarity. This is not our study, this is taken from the that book. So, there is a sorry there is a mistake, this will be not bullet. Okay. So, now if you see, so what are the parameters? They said the clarity means as per the teacher behavior inventory, give several example of each concept, use concrete everyday example to explain, fails to define new and unfamiliar terms, repeat, use graph and diagram while explaining, repeat difficult concepts several times, stress important point by voice modulation, suggests a way of memorize difficult idea, write key terms on blackboard and overhead screen. So, as per the TBI, those 8 are the point or attribute which contribute towards clarity. Okay. So, give several example of each concept, use concrete everyday example to explain. So, as per their study, not our study, they rank attribute number 2, use concrete everyday example to explain, becomes rank 1, means correlation is very high. That means this parameter contributed more to the clarity. So, that means if I use everyday example to explain concrete, explain some certain idea, use that every day to day life example, then students said that yes, clarity of these teachers is very high. Next one important is repeat difficult concept several times. The teachers who repeat the difficult concept several times is also increase the clarity of teaching. Second one, stress important point by voice modulation. This is the rank 2. Stress important point by voice modulation. That is why teaching is an acting. The student said, or it study said that the clarity of teaching will be increases if you use or trace important point by voice modulation. So, instead of speaking in the class flat monotonous tone, if you doesn't change your tone, the clarity of teaching is not increases. You may find, if you correlate right now, find the teachers who came in the class and same voice, this is like that, you say the clarity of that teachers is not that good. So, clarity is increases if you trace important points and use voice modulation in the class. This is very important parameters. So, as per their data, the important point is use concrete everyday example to explain. Second important point is trace important point by voice modulation. Third is repeat difficult concept several times. Repeat difficult concept several times is an important parameter. So, those are the 1, 2, 3 rank out of 8 attributes which are most contribute to the clarity. So, their weight factors or correlations with the clarity is very high. How do you find out? Suppose I told you, take an experiment, or what kind of experiment we should do to find out this kind of result. This result is based on those books which they have studied from the several university of I think Europe, several across the year, across the teachers, all they, I will show you how many teachers they have studied kind of things. But we can do it. We can define clarity can be defined, and I have already said that we have just initiated the same study doing here also. That not only the study the higher attributes, but also break down the higher attributes, find out, because my aim is different. My aim is to produce good teachers. Our purpose is to what kinds of training I should provide to the fresh teachers so that they can become a good teachers. Our purpose is not only to take a feedback from the students and find out who is good teacher, who is bad teachers. Find out, no problem. After the examination, how do I improve? That is very important parameter. That is why I said that in evaluation also I said, unless it is reinforce your teaching learning process, the study does not have any effect. I studied those are the way to define the good teachers, I define he is a good teacher. If we end there, this is one way loop. So, you examine your blood, you find the sugar is very high. If you do not take the medicine, then why you examine the blood? Same things in here also, that if you study, take the study, find out the study, and you have to find out which I have to practices to become a good teacher. Okay. So, that can be done. So, clarity. There is another point, organization. What do you mean by course organization? Signal the transition from one topic to the next, put outline of lecture on blackboard or OHP or PowerPoint, explain how each topic fit into the course as a whole, give preliminary overview of a lecture. Course organization is also one of the important parameters. So, if I say, if you use the pedagogical framework, the tools, so course organization is taken care by the tool. Don't have to worry about the course organization. So, all point signal the transition from one topic to another topic. There is a module, there is a unit, put outline of lecture on blackboard, that is the objective of the lectures, explain how each topics fit into the course as a whole, that is the unit summary or module summary, then give preliminary overview of the lectures, that is the preliminary overview with the unit summary, explain how each topics fit into the course is the module summary. So, the course organization is well taken by the pedagogical framework software. Okay. Now, this clarity is your presentation, but we said that in using outcome based curriculum design, you do not have to teach, but yes, you have to teach in the class from different concept. While teaching those concepts, if you want use this kind of parameters, use trace important point by voice modulation, repeat difficult concept several times while you are explaining the misconception or while you are doubt clearing the students, you use this kind of attributes to explain that. That increase the clarity of teaching and that students will enjoy it. Okay. Next one is that enthusiasm, teachers' enthusiasm about the subject. Somebody said a very important parameter, but study said that it is not that important, but it is important. But how do you measure the enthusiasm? That is why if I sitting in this chair and taking the lectures is not that perfect, or that it is not fit to me also. I am also not satisfied. I am sitting in a chair and taking the lectures unless I am allowed to move around the room. That is also one of the parameters. Move about the room while teaching. Some teacher came in the class and facing the backside of the students, deriving one equation after equation in the blackboard. None of the students will be interested. So, move about the room while teaching, that is important parameter. Show inflection and variation in tone of voice. Sometimes you have to crack a joke and all kinds of things you have to do it. Gesture with hand and arms, very important. While teaching, hand gesture and arm gesture is very important. Maintains eye contact with the students. You have to maintain eye contact, but see, if I have to do this in a 400 student class, how can I do it? Very important. Can I make a eye contact of the students with the 400 student class? I cannot. So, that is why we said let us say blended teachings, organize the course material, improve the clarity, only you take the lecture to removal of the misconception. So, then I can say yes, it is possible to eye contact, because somebody says, sir, this is my misconception. So, those group you can make a eye contact with them. So, you know whether they understands or not, and you can give several example, everyday example to explain that idea. Okay. Next one is some data I will presenting. If you see the clarity, use concrete example as per their study, it is correlation is 0.47 with the student rating. Stress most important point 0.61, repeat difficult idea is 0.30. So, all kinds of they have done some validated data. So, that based on that data I have prepared this presentation and make this given to you. But this I have mentioned already the 2 book name. So, those books name are there, you can read all kind of this data is available there. So, if you read these 2 book you can get the idea how about the teaching attributes and how they have measured and how they validate those attributes, and those attributes can be used for the measurement of the quality of teaching. So, purpose of good teaching attributes is to find out the parameters by which I can really measure how to become, or I can really measure the good teachers, and if I practices on those attributes I can produce a good teachers. So, 2 ways, one is the measurement of the teaching quality, and one is the if I want to improve the teaching quality, what kinds of practices I have to make. If you see, several procedure is there in several institutes. Some institute allow that maybe all the new teachers have to sit with sit in lectures of a good teacher while good teacher taking the lectures. So, he can get some idea what the teachers is doing in the class, he get that idea. Another way is that while teaching, a new teacher is teaching in the class, some experienced teacher is sitting in the back, and he tightly noted down what are the points he are following and what are the points he are not following, and then he give the feedback to the teachers. Okay, you have followed those are the point. In my experience, those points are attributes of the good teaching. You don't follow those are the point, you follow it. So, this is the one way of doing that teaching teacher training or teaching attributes training to the new teachers. Other way to is that find out the good teaching attributes which correlate with the student performance and students opinion, and find out what while the teacher is teaching in the class what they are doing, and collect the student opinion about that attributes and give the feedback to the teachers. that okay, you have followed this kind of this attributes, you have scored high, this attribute you scored low, this attribute you scored like that. So, please do this something so that you can earn high things in this attributes, high grade in this attribute or high feedback in this attributes. But nowadays, if I say that okay, this kind of this general kind of feedback form, if you see that this kind of general feedback form is there, every institute there is a mean, median, nobody know what is the inference. What do you mean by clarity of presentation? Somebody get median is 4.5, median is 5, somebody mean is 4.57. How it contribute to the good teaching? Whether it is collected related to the student performance or whether it is related to the student achievement. Means performance means how, if suppose some teachers give a very easy grade, many X, then said oh, this teacher is very good, very good, very good. That study does not validate that teacher attributes. Even if same students will not marks high on the teachers if you take the feedback after 1 year, then you find that student may marks him worst. So, it is not true that if I provide the grade to the student, student will marks me very high feedback. So, I will be, since I have taken the feedback then and there after the exam, that is why student thinking the grade is very important to him, that is why he giving you the good marks. But in the long run, if you take the same opinion from the students at the end of his study, you find you get the high marks of the teacher who are not that much of easy to get the grade, they are quite, you can say, the balanced in the class, quite balanced to provide the grade, explain the motivate the students, so they will get the high marks. So, this is important. I said those are the main attributes are available. Based on that attributes, you can follow some attributes to increase your good teaching, increase your teaching. But yes, you can define or you can design and teaching evaluation system or teachers evaluation systems which is scientifically valid to provide the teacher's grade. So, it is not only take the feedback only in the end of the class, end of the course, you have to take the feedback while they are passing out from the college, you have to take the feedback from the alumni also, that which teachers is good teachers, then find out which teachers is good teachers. Okay. So, if there any query you have, then ask in the forum that this kind of query I have. So, I will explain in the forum. Okay. Now, I will just tell you one thing, that assignment for the week 4 will be given in a video lectures. I will provide a half an hour video lectures, what you have to do in the assignment, and if you do that assignment, after the end of the assignment, I will again provide you a half an hour lectures, which will explain what is wrong and what is right on that assignment. So, the assignment of the next, this assignment 4 will be really on curriculum design. You have to design the curriculum. So, once you design the curriculum, I will go through the every design, not whole curriculum, I will explain what has to be done in that video. Then you just do that part, and I will go through every course, every part, and I will give you feedback which is good, which is bad, which is not good, how it can be improved. Based on my knowledge, I will give you the feedback. Okay? Thank you very much.